Have you ever noticed that after turning 50, small details start to blur? Maybe it's the words on a medicine bottle that seem just a little too tiny, or the street signs at night that don't glow as clearly as they used to. For many people, this isn't just about needing a stronger pair of glasses. It's about a deeper truth. Our eyes, just like every other part of our body, begin to age. And for seniors, especially those who value their independence and want to keep living life to the fullest, the health of the eyes isn't just a medical concern, it's a matter of freedom. Losing vision, even partially, can mean losing the ability to drive, read, cook, or simply enjoy the face of a loved one. It can feel frightening, overwhelming, and sometimes hopeless. But what if I told you that something as simple, as ordinary as the egg, the very food that might already be sitting in your refrigerator, could hold one of the keys to protecting your eyes and preserving your vision as you age? That's right, eggs, a humble breakfast staple, are more than just protein for your muscles. They are actually a secret ally for your eyes, especially for those of us who are 50, 60, or even 70 years old. Today, I want to take you on a journey, not just through the science of nutrition, but through a story of hope, empowerment, and the surprising ways in which eggs can help you safeguard your eyesight. So let's dive in, because what you're about to learn could change the way you see eggs and the way you see the world forever. The first thing we need to understand is why our eyes change as we age. By the time we hit our 50s, the risk of developing cataracts, age-related macular degeneration, AMD, and other eye conditions increases dramatically. The culprit is often oxidative stress, which damages the delicate tissues of the eyes. Our eyes, believe it or not, are some of the most energy-hungry organs in the body, and because they work so hard, they are highly vulnerable to damage from free radicals. Now here's where eggs step in as an unexpected hero. Eggs are one of the richest natural sources of two critical nutrients, lutein and zeaxanthin. If you haven't heard of them before, don't worry. Most people haven't. These are powerful antioxidants that belong to the carotenoid family, and they have a unique talent. They naturally accumulate in the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision. Imagine them like a pair of internal sunglasses, filtering harmful blue light and protecting your eyes from oxidative damage. The fascinating part is that while lutein and zeaxanthin can be found in leafy greens like spinach or kale, the body absorbs them much more effectively when they come from eggs. That's because the yolk contains healthy fats that boost absorption, allowing these antioxidants to actually reach your eyes in meaningful amounts. So yes, you could eat a giant salad every day and still not get the same benefit as eating a couple of eggs with those same greens. Think about that for a moment. Something so simple, so familiar, can literally strengthen your eyes from within. I remember talking to an older gentleman, 72 years old, who had been told by his doctor that his macular degeneration was starting to progress. He thought he had no choice but to wait for his vision to fade. But then he learned about eggs and began adding 2 to 3 a day into his diet. Over time, his doctor noticed his condition had stabilized. Now, I'm not saying eggs are a miracle cure. Nothing works like that. But what I am saying is that small daily choices, like including eggs in your breakfast, can play a powerful role in protecting your sight. And for seniors, every bit of protection counts. Some of you may be wondering, but what about cholesterol? Aren't eggs bad for the heart? That's a fair question. And for decades, eggs got an unfair reputation because of their cholesterol content. But here's the truth. Modern research has shown that for most healthy individuals, dietary cholesterol has little to no impact on blood cholesterol levels. In fact, eggs are nutrient powerhouses. Beyond lutein and zeaxanthin, they provide high-quality protein, vitamin D, B vitamins, and choline, which supports brain health. For seniors, this combination of nutrients is like a gift. It supports not only the eyes, but the brain, the muscles, and even the immune system. And here's my personal take. It's time we stop fearing eggs and start respecting them for the remarkable food that they are. Let's get practical. If you're someone who's already experiencing blurry vision, trouble seeing at night, or you've been warned about cataracts or AMD, here's a simple habit you can build. Start your morning with 2 eggs, preferably cooked in a way that keeps the yolk soft, because that preserves more of the lutein and zeaxanthin. Scrambled, boiled, poached, it doesn't really matter as long as you're consistent. Pair those eggs with some spinach or avocado, and you've got a vision-protecting meal that is both delicious and powerful. And let me pause here to say, if you've ever struggled with making healthy changes, know this: you don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. It starts with one small step, one small, consistent habit. And if that habit is simply adding eggs to your breakfast, you are already doing something incredible for your eyes. Now let's go a little deeper. Why are lutein and zeaxanthin so important for seniors in particular? As we age, the natural levels of these antioxidants in the macula decline. That means your eyes lose some of their natural defense against harmful light and oxidative stress. The result? Faster damage, higher risk of vision loss. But by replenishing these antioxidants through diet, you can actually slow down that process. Imagine giving your eyes a shield that helps them withstand the test of time. And it's not just theory. Numerous studies have confirmed this connection. One large-scale study found that people who had higher intakes of lutein and zeaxanthin were significantly less likely to develop advanced macular degeneration. Another showed that supplementation with these nutrients improved visual performance, especially in glare conditions, which is something many seniors struggle with while driving at night. And here's the exciting part. While many supplements exist, eggs provide these nutrients in a natural, bioavailable form that your body can actually use. So let me ask you, have you noticed changes in your eyesight recently? Do you find yourself holding books farther away, struggling under bright headlights, or squinting to read your phone? If so, you are not alone. And this is where I'd love for you to join the conversation. Share your experiences in the comments below, because when we talk about these things openly, we realize we're part of a community that faces the same challenges. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want more practical, science-backed tips for thriving after 50. I want to circle back to something important. The story of eggs and eye health is not just about science, it's about empowerment. Too often we accept decline as inevitable. We're told that's just aging. But the truth is, while aging is unavoidable, how we age is influenced by the choices we make every day. Eating eggs is a simple choice, but it's symbolic of something bigger. It's about choosing to care for yourself, choosing to fight for your health, and choosing to believe that your best years can still be ahead of you. Of course, balance is key. I'm not saying eat a dozen eggs a day. Moderation matters, and variety in your diet is essential. But 2 eggs a day, alongside a colorful array of vegetables, fruits, and whole foods, can form the foundation of a diet that not only supports your eyes, but your overall vitality. And here's another tip. Don't skip the yolks. That's where the magic is. Many people still throw away the yolk, fearing fat or cholesterol. But in reality, that's where the lutein and zeaxanthin live. The yolk is the treasure chest of the egg, and by discarding it, you're throwing away the very nutrients that protect your vision. Another fascinating aspect of eggs and eye health is their role in reducing the risk of cataracts. Cataracts occur when the lens of the eye becomes clouded, leading to blurred vision, and eventually, if untreated, blindness. Antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin play a role in slowing this clouding process by protecting the lens from oxidative damage. That means every egg you eat could be contributing in its small but meaningful way to clearer vision and a better quality of life. I know that sounds almost too simple, but sometimes health isn't about the exotic or the complicated. It's about going back to basics. As I reflect on this, I think about my own parents and the challenges they faced with vision as they grew older. My mother, who loved to read, found herself frustrated when words on a page began to blur. She would say, "It feels like my eyes are betraying me." That phrase always stuck with me, because for so many seniors, the loss of vision feels personal, almost like losing a part of your identity. But when she began making small adjustments to her diet, including more eggs, leafy greens, and colorful vegetables, she noticed her eyes didn't tire as quickly. It wasn't dramatic, but it was real. And that real improvement gave her hope. That's the power of food. It doesn't just nourish the body, it nourishes the spirit. So let me leave you with this thought. Eggs may be small, but their impact on senior health is mighty. They represent the idea that it's never too late to take control. Never too late to make a change. Never too late to fight for your vision and your independence. And isn't that what we all want as we age? To maintain the freedom to live life on our terms, to see clearly the faces of our children and grandchildren, to read the books we love, to travel, to drive, to laugh, to notice the beauty of a sunset without squinting. All of that starts with caring for the eyes. And the eyes start with nutrition. So tomorrow morning, when you crack open an egg and see that golden yolk, I want you to think of it as more than breakfast. Think of it as an act of self-care, an investment in your future, and a simple yet profound way to honor the gift of sight. And if you found this message inspiring, please share it with someone you care about. You never know whose life you might touch with something as simple as an egg. And don't forget to subscribe for more content designed to keep you strong, vibrant, and thriving after 50. Your journey doesn't end here. It begins with choices like these. You are not powerless against aging. You are not destined to fade quietly. You are strong, you are capable, and with knowledge, you can protect your health and live fully. Eggs may not be glamorous, but they are powerful. And now you know the surprising truth. They may just be one of your greatest allies in preserving your vision and your independence for years to come.